Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. So, I was requested to play the AMX M4 MLE 54 with the 130 millimeter gun. So I equipped that, and I've played probably, I want to say 20 games chasing the ace tanker, and I'm already gonna be able to tell you that I definitely could get an ace tanker with this gun. It's not as terrible as I expected it to be, but I do like the smaller gun better. So I'm going to speed through this part. Once we get done with this match, I'm going to go through like gun stats, kind of talk about how I feel about the guns. So we're on Corellia, standard battle, and if I can get forward and take the hill, I will do it. Patton comes around the corner, I get a shot into him. My teammate shoots me in the side of the head, and they got a scout up here, but now he's heading down the hill. So since they don't have anyone on the hill, I'm just going to go around and try to help my scout. Now this is one thing, if I had the smaller gun, I would have been loaded and been able to shoot that scout, but I'm not. I also wouldn't be able to hit him for 563. Then he chooses to ram me, which if you're in a medium tank, you should never ram a heavy tank unless you're like E50 or E50M. Then once you've cleaned the hill, you can work this corner, and it works both ways. But one thing you have to be aware of is like where there already is and what's all behind it. Now, I'm gonna play this corner really aggressive. And it's because I was trying to push for an ace tanker in this thing, and I think I could have achieved it. Spoiler alert, didn't get it. If I don't make a misplay, like mid-game. Just get a shot in the 277, and you can see there's two heavy tanks in G6. And usually what those heavy tanks will do is they'll pour over the side of the hill, and then they'll just get butt shots in you. It's a FE215B. But he's only on 891 hit points, so the chances of me getting up there and getting damaged is probably not going to happen. And it's not. So the E75 shuts him down, and this was time spent, probably 2 shots or 2 pens that I could have got into these guys, which would have gave me another 1,000 damage. It's 3-3 right now, but we control this choke. I do a really aggressive push here. And I don't take my time to shoot just because I wasn't expecting a Death Star to be there. And you can see this turret can actually take tier 10 Hesh rounds pretty well. Had he shot me like in the shoulder or the lower plate, I'd probably be dead. Excuse me, sorry about that. Now they've resorted to HE rounds, or maybe that was the Death Star again? That's hard to believe. Maybe. Killed my driver. I just think if I had the small gun, I'd just be working these guys so much faster. Like, you can just dispatch tanks a lot faster than you can with this gun. So I've pretty much thrown all my hit points away. Missed out on 1,000 damage, approximately. 277's looking for a shot in me. I get one into his lower plate. Cover my lower plate up with the IS-3. It's not so much the lower plate that's weak. This lower plate is like sloped and angled very well. So they got Jag Tiger up here. I get a shot into him. I was looking to get the 60 TP, but he dies. They have a scout on the base. My team's gonna get him, and then I figure that their medium tank's up in A1. It's a cruncher. A lot of people think that Cupola is a weak point, and it is, especially if your opponent's above you. They can take advantage of that, but if they are below you, the chances of them seeing that Cupola is pretty rare. One of the things people do is shoot the chin of the turret, or the bottom of the turret, and I just can't get around the corner here. My shot that would have got me another extra 500 damage dipped down into the bottom of his track. So fully aimed shot. Maybe if I had the smaller gun, I would have been able to pin him down with the drive wheel, just because that gun's a little bit more accurate. And unfortunately, this is only a second class, and I just don't want to try anymore with this gun. I don't enjoy it. It's too much waiting time in between bullets, and I feel like I can just churn out damage with that smaller gun. So the damage is close to my ace tanker, but there was obviously lower tiers that I was shooting at. So let's look at packages here. Alright, so this gun has 264 pen on the regular rounds, 400. Actually, you know what? Let's look at it this way. I like this way better. Alright, so what am I looking at here? I'm going to look at accuracy, which is 0.37. Aim time, which is 2.3. Accuracy on the move. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna write all this stuff down here. Alright, reload time 16.9, aim time is 2.3, accuracy is 0.37, accuracy while moving. So we got the gun stats, we'll compare that to the smaller gun. But the other thing we have here is the damage and penetration rolls and the shell velocity of these shells that are used in the 130. So I'm going to write these down as well. And I won't write them all down, just probably the first two. That's cool, they added splash radius to HE rounds. That's helpful. These HE rounds aren't even that good for a 130. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the old package on. And then let's compare it this way. So this is going to give us the soft stats too. So in comparison, the reload time of this gun is 10.9 rather than 16.9. So you wait an extra 6 seconds to get a shell out. The aim time is 1.8 seconds, and the aim time on the big gun is 2.3. So this one aims significantly faster. Your accuracy is 0.35 rather than 0.37 with the big gun. Accuracy on the move is 2.52, and it's more accurate than 2.66. Accuracy while rotating turret is 0.9 rather than 1.18, and those coincide together. So if you're like moving around a corner, moving in and out of a corner, and you gotta turn your turret a little bit, that's gonna make your bloom bigger, and you're gonna have to wait longer for it to aim, and potentially miss your shots or stay out in front of the enemy too long, whichever way you want to look at it. Elevation and depression are the same, and same with view range. So when it comes to ammunition, I mean, this can roll from 300 up to 500 rather than 420 to 777. So you're kind of missing out on quite a bit of alpha damage. But remember, you're waiting an extra 6 seconds. So another 4 seconds, you're going to get a second round in, whereas the big gun can only get 1 round in 20 seconds. And that's not even accounting for BIA, vents, coffee. So the other thing is the shell velocity. To me, I appreciate good shell velocity, especially when you're shooting long distance. And this shell AP round has 1,000 meters per second, whereas the 130 only has 840. So that means you have to lead your targets more. Or if they're like sneaking around a corner, that can be the difference between getting that shot to the target before they back up or not. And then this actually has APCR rounds, which your penetration goes from up to 236 to 394, whereas on the big gun you can only get up to 350 penetration, and that's sometimes not good enough for tier 10, especially when your shell can roll down to 210. And then since it's APCR, it's got better shell velocity. This has got 13 meters per second, which is very nice, compared to 840. The big gun doesn't have heat or APCR, it just has like a premium AP round. Looking at HE shells, this one does 386 to 644 rather than 480 to 800. The pen is 49 to 81, and that's the same as the 130. And I didn't write down shell velocity, but an HE round that goes 1,000 meters per second is actually pretty solid. Yeah, so comparing the guns and the ammunition, I think the smaller gun outclasses it. Now, on certain maps, yeah, you're going to wish you had the 130. Slower games where you can get in and out, pick your targets, get the damage out. But in fast-paced games, you're going to want the smaller gun. That way you're putting out more damage. Alright, I'll quit babbling. I hope that helped out a little bit. But yeah, I just don't want to spend more time with this gun. I really enjoy this tank with the smaller gun, so I'm going to put that back on there. I'm going to get back out on the battlefield, and make sure you like, share, subscribe. I will catch you in the next video.